I am the world's best golfer. Well, not Tiger Woods' kind of best golfer, but by my standards, I am the world's best golfer. Which begs the question, well, Chuck, what are your standards? Well, what few there are would include have fun, hang out with your good buddies, and laugh a lot. And by those standards, I excel. Let me give you some quick examples. I once was about to hit a ball. My friend was perpendicular directly to my right in a golf cart that we were riding in. I swing the club. It looked like maybe the ball would go far, but I couldn't see it. I hear my friend laughing, and I look over. The ball is heading towards the golf cart. On one hop, it goes in, lands in the cup holder. I hit a hole-in-one. Well, not a real hole-in-one, but again, by my standards, it was a hole-in-one. One time, I hit a golfer and was hit by a golfer on the same day, and actually the same shot, because I was the golfer that hit the ball, that hit the tree, that hit me, ergo, therefore, I hit a golfer, I was hit by a golfer on the same day. Now, let's go back about, 32 years ago. My wife and I had been recently married. We were living in Cincinnati. And if you've ever lived in Cincinnati or been to Cincinnati, you're going to understand what I'm about to say. Every now and then, we needed to get away from Cincinnati. So we would take little weekend trips to cities that were close by. My favorite, without a doubt, was Lexington, Kentucky. It's bluegrass country. Not just the music, but the grass itself. It's bluegrass country. Horse country, Calumet Farms, where Secretariat retired. You have the Kentucky Horse Park with hundreds and hundreds of miles of beautiful white fencing containing these wonderful creatures. We would stay at a motel or hotel or a resort called the Marriott Griffin Gate, exit 115, I-75, Lexington, Kentucky. Why was this my favorite? Well, for a couple of reasons. First of all, we always checked in after 6 o'clock, and I would always ask, can we upgrade? And we were given, normally, the presidential suite. Now, we're not talking about the kinds of suites you have today, where you have a microwave and you have a small refrigerator. This actually had a separate sleeping area, a separate eating area, a separate sitting area, and most importantly, in the bathroom was a jacuzzi tub with jets that were so powerful it did not seem like the kind of jets in a jacuzzi tub you hear today or you see today. My wife loved that. I loved what was next to the throne. Next to the throne on the wall was a telephone, an antique-style white telephone with the kind of gold trappings around it and trim. You could sit on the throne and order room service all at the same time. Well, we're at Marriott Griffin Gate, and I forgot to tell you one little minor detail. There was a golf course on the property. I could just kind of roll out of my room, and I'm on the golf course. Well, Cindy, my wife, did not play golf, so we had an agreement. I would play 9 holes, and I would meet her at the pool. I am about to tee off, and a couple other guys come, so they're the friends. And we were having a great time, and we were laughing a lot. So all the ingredients were there for me to be the world's best golfer. We get to the 5th hole. Now the 5th hole is a long straightaway hole. On the left are some sand traps. On the right are some trees. And in the middle was the fairway. The problem is you could not see the green because it was kind of a descending land mass that went down from a ridge and down to what apparently would be the area that the green was in. So it made it kind of tough when you don't know where the green is. But I swung away. Oh, and folks, it was a spectacular shot. Well, it only went about 190 yards, but for me, that's pretty good because it was in the air. I get to the ball, and I still can't see the green. I can see a pin kind of sticking up. Now, the pin has the flag on the end, and that's where you know where the hole is, because the pin is sticking in the hole. So I get out my club and I shoot it, and it was high. It looked far, but it kept on going higher and higher and higher. So I realized it's too high. It's not going to reach the green. So the other guys hit. I park my car on top of the ridge, and I go down, and lo and behold, there's a pond. There's a pond that's enveloping, hugging, embracing the green on 3 sides. It had tall grass, and it had a little bit of algae on the top. It was a kind of a windy day, so you could see the ripples on the lake. Well, I pull out my ball retriever, which is my favorite club, and I use it a lot. The ball retriever is what you use to dig balls out of the lake when they're at the bottom and you can see them. You can reach in and get the ball. Well, I take my ball retriever out, I look around, and lo and behold, 10 inches from the edge, there's my ball. It didn't go in the water. Hallelujah. So I toss the ball retriever aside. I turn around to go to the cart. Do you know those words you utter when you see impending doom? Well, could it be oy vey? Or in this case, oh shit! The cart is coming down the hill. Apparently I hit the brake, but I must not have locked in the brake because the cart's going down the hill. I have to think fast. I realized, James Bond. I grew up watching James Bond. I saw my very first Bond movie when I was 13, 1963, From Russia with Love. I knew what to do. I could save the day. I would just hop in there, slam on the brake, and all would be well. I jump into the golf cart, which in and of itself was kind of a miracle. I slam on the gas, my foot slips off, or I slam on the brake, my foot slips off, hits the gas, the cart, my clubs, and me go into that lake. Well, it's submerged, almost. The front part is totally submerged. I'm in up to the top of my chest, and the back is sticking out just enough where my clubs seem to be in pretty good shape. So I go out of the cart, I go back to my clubs, I undo them, and I take them out, and then the whole cart just goes into the water. Like the Titanic. You could actually hear the same sound as the golf cart is sinking into the bottom of that little pond. You could hear... And then again, those two words came out, oh shit, I'm in real trouble. Well, I don't know if any of you were the kind of kid that I was, but every now and then I'd have to see the principal. And if you were like me, the last thing you wanted to do was to go to the principal's office. That's the feeling I had when I had to go to the pro shop to tell them that I sunk their golf cart. But I get out there with my clubs, slosh, 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 slosh. I go to the pro shop. There's about 20 golfers, all decked out in their fancy golf clothes. You know, the plaids and the little sweater vests and the little caps. And I walk in and they hear the slosh and I get the same reaction. Now, I don't know if that meant, what an idiot. I'm glad that guy isn't playing with us. Or, can you believe what he did? But either way, anyway, I got those like head-shaking reactions. I go up to the guy behind the counter and I said, sir, I sunk your golf cart. Now, I was ready for the principal's reaction. I was ready for him to get out that old paddle like I used to get in elementary school, but instead he said, oh, Mr. Fink, we're so sorry. Can we get you another golf cart? I wanted to say, what are you, nuts? But instead it came out something like, I think I've had enough golf for one day, but I appreciate the offer. Now, when you go to the principal's office, the worst thing that the principal can say is, well, you think you're in trouble now? Wait till I call your parents. Well, I was a little old to worry about my parents. There's a greater force, though. That woman sitting by the pool, my wife, that's who I had to face next. So with that in mind, I go slosh, 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 up to the pool, and there is Cindy with her, like, reflector thing trying to catch all the rays. She hears the slosh, she puts down the reflector thing, she looks at me and she bursts out laughing for at least 15 minutes. That was worse than humiliation than if I had been yelled at by my wife, which is what I was expecting. Well, we're going to fast forward a few months. In our family, we don't try to surprise each other with holiday gifts or birthday gifts. We ask directly, what do you want? And we get them. That way, no returns, no rotten surprises, no ties I'll never wear. We just tell it directly. So Cindy said, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want a rangefinder. Now, if you don't know, a rangefinder is like binoculars or maybe like a monocular. That from where you're standing, it sights the pin in the flag on the green, on the hole that you're playing golf on, and it will tell you the distance from where you are to where the flag is. Cool stuff. Cindy says, what? You don't need a rangefinder. You can't even hit the green until you're about 10 feet away. I said, come on, just humor me. I'm going to be taking lessons. I'm going to be getting better. Come on, I want a rangefinder. Christmas Day rolls around. I'm excited. I see that box. It's the shape of a rangefinder. It's the shape of the rangefinder. I go to open it up. I take it out. I should have been a submarine commander.